go get them again.
Welcome back to another unboxing first impression video on my channel. Today we are delving into the brand of Boadicea, the Victorious. This one called Imperial. And as you can see, my collection is teeny weeny, it's tiny. Not a fan of the brand. I started delving into the brand. I finally found my collection, my only bottle. I thought I owned Complex. Apparently not. I delved into Complex. I smelt it. This is Explorer. That's the one I bought. It was a blind buy. The juice is definitely dark. As you can see, I bought this like early, like 2011 mark, I think, give or take. It was early Lucky Scent, big haul, like $5,000-$10,000 hauls with, I would just randomly pick fragrances. I was kind of crazy in my young age, kind of just going, yeah, 10K. No biggie, and I'd blind buy them. You learn kind of quick with fragrances. I bought a small bottle of Explorer though, but the rest of them are fragrances that I've decanted. This is part of that decant process, so this is not my personal bottle. I didn't buy this, but it is a great part of this journey. And, you know, you get a fragrance reviewer like myself that didn't invest money on this, so I don't have ties that, you know, there's a lot of purists of Boadicea on YouTube that have like 13, 14, 15 bottles, like Boadicea can do no wrong kind of guys. Oof. Careful with that. This brand is known for copying a lot of stuff. You're gonna see, like, if you go on Fragrantica, like your best bet for these kind of reviews, even though like purists on YouTube, I would go on Fragrantica, Base Notes, Parfum for real reviews, and you're gonna see that a lot of them compared to other stuff. So that's where they lost me. I was just like, well, why would I pay a premium for a fragrance that smells like something else? But then the excuse is, oh, it smells better quality. The bottles are amazing, yet the plaques fall off. Like, this is like $1,000 bottle. Plaque fell off. Like, it's glued on. It's not expensive. But it kind of looks nice, right? The bottle presentation. So if you are new here, welcome to the Robezoid channel. I'm your host, Mark. Hit that subscribe button, smash the like button. I'm not paid for these fragrance brands like this. You're gonna have purists that they can do no wrong, right? I'm not of that. Like, I'll tell you exactly where a brand sits with me for now, right? People get kind of hurt, like, oh, he doesn't like PDM. There's got to be, right? Your nose is broken. And Boadicea, right? Oh, you're just judging. Blah, blah. No, like, show me. Show me your 500 plus bottle, not all of them, but $500 plus bottle brand, right? Rouge Dove, all that. None of them are showing me anything. They're showing me that they're overpriced, honestly. It's a flex kind of brand, right? That's the kind of thing that's going on. So let's take a look at the note breakdown. Let's see what this one smells like. Let's take a look at the top notes. We got rosewood, lavender, birch, and angelica. In the mid, we got rose, geranium, freesia, and jasmine. So lots of florals here. And in the back end, we got oud, guaiac wood, labdanum, leather, amber, patchouli, sandalwood, olibanum, cypriol, and musk. That back end is very busy. This was released back in 2012. Nose Christian Provenzano. I think he left the company. They are going through a huge retool right now. There is big fans of this nose. Right now, this nose hasn't shown me much, honestly. Let's look at pricing. Let's see how much this one is. This one's a cheaper one. It retails for about 200 USD that I found. And you can find on discounters for around 180 to 200. So you're not saving anything. And I think that's for a 50 mil. So pricing might, and again, that sounds kind of wrong to me. I think I went a little quick on that, but we'll go with the 200. There is I think this one, Explorer, is from their cheaper line. This stuff is like the little animals there. Those are expensive. So let's delve into it. Let's put it on strip first, and then we'll put it on skin. Again, show me. This is a show me brand. I'm waiting. I've smelt a lot of your stuff. There's nothing yet. Lavender. A little bit of woody aspects here. This is a lavender-based fragrance. Holy moly. A little bit of ambery tones. A little bit of greens. Let's see. Put it on skin. Bam Bam. My scent of the day today. Imperial. Yeah. Ooh, that is hard green. What is that? Angelica? But no, it smells like galbanum to me. Like resinous green. Not in the note breakdown. Okay, so it started off lavender here with some woody and ambery tones, but now it's going more galbanum-like a resiny, resinous green facet with rose. Now the rose is jammy. Yeah, this fragrance isn't, there's no wow factor here. Sure, there's some blending here that's pretty good. Little green nuances. I'm gonna give it to. I'm thinking galbanum, but it could be Angelica, maybe patchouli. But there's something green in here. I think the woods I smell is rosewood, as it's much lighter than many of the woods listed in the breakdown. Faintly reminds me of cedar a bit. You know what this reminds me of, and I think this is the problem with this one, and a lot of fragrances, right? You're gonna have these experiences throughout. I think I had a car freshener that smelled like this. I ditched the air freshener because it was too lavender centric. I'm not a big fan of lavender, even though Le Mans is one of my favorite of all time. It had like, it was lavender, but it had like spicy and woody facets. The car freshener, that is. And no. And when I went for the note breakdown of this, I just for giggles, I wanted to go see what this is compared to, because a lot of them are. This is compared to Oud Wood from Tom Ford. I don't see it. Because why? Because both of them have like Oud Rosewood kind of thing going on. Oh, I'm not getting it at all. So at the end of the day, it's got some complexity. It feels a lot more barbershop than woody, to me personally. It's like, it smells like an okay 90s scent. Lavender, some woods, some balsamic qualities, florals, green nuances. So there is some complexity behind this thing, but it's not like at the end of the day, like a niche brandy, niche fragrance, and they don't all have to be like this, but this smells so basic. It's, and I don't mean like basic as far as it's not complex. No, it is complex, but it's not very good. Like, it's not, oh my God, I have to buy this. Like, I'm just picturing myself at the Boadicea boutique, right? And there's like 20 of them. How is this going to stand out? It doesn't. It has nothing. And then now you're comparing this to everything else in the world, and the price point's not super high. So I can't say like this is $1,000 Boadicea here. This is the cheap end, right? But why would I buy this? Why? It's compared to Oud Wood, unless my nose is completely broken. Of course, you're going to see some notes that are familiar. Oud Wood in this is a completely different. Like, this is going one way and this one, the Oud Wood's going the other way. This is more lavender. But none of the notes here are screaming for attention, first of all. Like, I'm telling you, I was going through, like, I think, the one note that really touched me is the galbanum, which isn't even in the note breakdown. Like, I feel some resinous green thing, which could come from different things. I could be way off base, right? There's labdanum in here. There's cypriol and all that. So it could be an amalgamation of that with the Angelica, the geranium, which is some green aspects in those notes. The rosewood itself is a different kind of wood. Yeah, this is not for me. Now, honestly, like, look, this is what I've tested. I've sampled several from the brand when I first started on YouTube back in we'll say 2009 to 2012 is probably when I gave up on Boadicea. I'm not completely not sold on the brand. I think there is something, and if you are a fan of the brand, right, you're just like, oh, Mark keeps panning this brand and it's not fair, and you're crying. You know what? Come at me. Give me your three best. I'll sample them. I know some of these samples are like, I've looked at some of them. Some are like $30 to $25 each for like a little 1 ml or 2 ml. However, you're talking to me, right? So I can afford that kind of stuff. I will try my best to delve into maybe 3 to 5 more that I feel would be more up my speed. So recommend me some, right? If you don't know me, I like leathers. I like tobacco-based fragrances. I like, you can go take a look on my top lists. I like dark stuff. Animalics, if they have one, hit me up with it. I don't care how much it is. I'll find a decant site that has it. If it's $50 a sample, I'll get it just for the video. I don't care. Let me see if I can delve into this brand and find some jewels for myself. Try to stay away from like copycat kind of stuff from this brand. Like if you're going into, oh, this smells like, unless it's a really good fragrance that I like, and you're saying, you can say it in your comment. You can say, try this from Boadicea. It smells like this, but a lot better. But I'm cautious because just because the high price tag and the brand and people love this, they are going to say like, ooh, this smells like oud wood. That's the comparable on Fragrantica. And it's the farthest thing from oud wood. Honestly, yeah, it's got woody aspects, but holy crap, no. At least for now. It could change, but yeah. But just because it's more expensive doesn't mean it's a better version or a cleaner version or a better version, right? More authentic. So yeah, that's what I'll do. Just to be fair, right? So Imperial, honestly, for me, not a standout. No. And it really, honestly, I know that the brand has, all these lovers of it. So I kind of want to understand why. So send me those. Now that you're my take, I'd love to see yours in comments below. Good, bad, and the ugly on Imperial. Yeah, it's just there. It's a so-so fragrance. It's well blended. I'll give them that. Like it's not sloppy. Doesn't smell soupy. There's not too many volumes, but there's complexity there, which is good. As always, a great report fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your scent wisely and be cautious with brands like these. I'm looking forward to those suggestions. I promise you in 2025, there will be some Boadicea fragrances that come through, which will be sampling samples because I'm not blind buying. I already got kind of burnt here. But I'll get a bunch of samples. Try them out. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a good one.